That's how I've talked to him for the last 5 years, in usually the wrong year, because he said it's just one. I'm sure he's lying because he just doesn't want to hear me, but I'm going with it because, you know, I respect age. So, thank you all for coming to honor our friend and colleague, Dr. Thomas Laddick.
Hey, let's go and take 2 steps in. Don't tell Father to take 2 steps in, please, in the video.
So, Dr. Thomas Laddick has served St. Louis College of Pharmacy for 32 years. That's a long haul. He started at the college in 1987 as a part-time instructor, and if you remember, some of you, John Peter was the director of the Liberal Arts Division at that time, and Byron Barnes was the Dean of Pharmacy. I didn't know either of those. Now, he must have done a good job that first year, because at the end of it, he was offered a full-time position as an associate professor of English. He skipped right over the assistant professor phase. Good job.
I was going for full professor.
He was going for full, okay. Well, during his 32 years with us, Tom has been extraordinarily productive. So let me try to briefly summarize just some of his many, many accomplishments. He's had several administrative roles during his time here. He's been director of the Arts and Sciences Division, director of the Writing Center, director of the Assessment Center. And he's contributed to the development of many innovative pedagogical strategies which brought national acclaim to St. Louis College of Pharmacy in the pharmacy education realm. So some of his contributions in pedagogy include active learning, ability-based education, educational assessment, writing across the curriculum, and service learning. This is just a few of his many accomplishments in that arena. He's provided both national and international service for the advancement of pharmacy education through his many contributions and service to AACP, ACCP, and ZAPE. Tom received his PhD in American Literature from St. Louis University, and he's been a role model for integrating his area of expertise with the scholarship of pharmacy education. Further, Dr. Laddick has an international reputation in pharmacy education with over 300 presentations in the divergent areas of pharmacy, literature, and media ecology. He's lectured in 13 countries on 4 different continents. He's written or contributed to several book-length studies, including Developing Critical Thinking in Pharmacy Education, Revisioning Professional Education, Clinical Faculty Survival Guide, and Nourishing the Soul of Pharmacy, his latest book. Tom has taught over 35 different courses in literature, humanities, media, writing, language, and at least 10 courses in pharmacy, including teaching seminars for fellows, residents, and new faculty. He's had over 50 peer-reviewed journal articles, 1 even forthcoming. He's still working, everyone, and it's professionalism as the core competency in pharmacy. And he's writing that for the Encyclopedia of Pharmacy. Has it been accepted, Tom? It's been accepted?
It's coming out, I think, next month.
Next month. We'll be looking for it. He's facilitated over 100 workshops and has received 15 grants totaling over $800,000. And just to keep him ever young, the last few years he's been leading student service. He's been taking student service learning teams to Costa Rica and Guatemala.
Along with Mary Lou.
Thank you. Along with his wife Mary Lou, who serves as his translator, and I'm sure you translate it much more, much nicer than what he actually said. When I was going through Tom's file, which is quite thick, not because he did bad things, but because he's been here a long time and he's done really good things. Those of us who work with students know if it's a really thick file, it means they did some things that maybe we had questions about. Opposite with Tom. But I found a letter in there that I just thought if I ever came close to getting a letter like this from my boss, I would just be thrilled. And I wanted to share it with you. It says, "Dear Tom, I want to congratulate you on a tremendous 1994-95 academic year. You should be very proud of your accomplishments and the contributions they have made towards reaching our goal of academic excellence. Indeed, much of what you have done has brought national recognition to the college. I want to compliment you on the completion of the Critical Thinking Handbook. This reference booklet will help all colleges of pharmacy promote student active learning on their campuses. It is a major accomplishment, one for which you should be very proud. Over the last 3 years, your work with AACP has brought national recognition to your talents and has improved the image of St. Louis College of Pharmacy. Your leadership efforts in the Arts and Sciences Division have several major accomplishments, including the development of writing intensive courses, the development of 8 pilot ability-based courses, the reduction in size of biology and biochemistry classes, and the encouragement of student active learning approaches by many faculty. Your scholarship during this year is exemplary. You have personally received 2 grants and were instrumental in the development of our most recent GAPS grant award. Your presentations at the 1994 AACP meeting, as well as the involvement of several of our other faculty, led someone to suggest to me that the presentations from the St. Louis College of Pharmacy were the best ones presented at the Albuquerque meeting. You should be commended for your teaching efforts in light of your service and leadership contributions to the college. Is that incredible? He likes it if you rag on him a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm concluding my remarks, but I want to say towards the end here that Tom, there's just no question, he has a great love for St. Louis College of Pharmacy. And while he's been here, in addition to those many, many academic accomplishments, he's made lifelong friends, including Dr. Leonard Nager and Dr. Peter Hurd, the 3 of whom formed a very exclusive P&T committee. And I know a little bit, very little, because it's quite exclusive. Nobody was really, it was P&T, that was it. Peter, Nager, Tom. But Dr. Nager, he was quite generous, and wasn't long after I was here that he invited me to join him at a P&T meeting. And it was quite delightful. They actually take place in a small bar in Dogtown. It's a bar, I can't think of the name of it, close to Dr. Nager's house.
Seamus McDaniel.
Seamus McDaniels. Okay, anybody been there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a good place, right? I would have loved to have been a fly in the wall at some of those meetings. So he is also a proud lifetime member of the Mortar and Pestle Society. And I'm going to save that to last. The last thing, before I say the last thing, is this. Angela, do you have a picture? I'm about ready for that, but not quite yet. Tom's accomplishments are so incredible, and he has served the college so diligently. You might be thinking, how did we ever land such an amazing person at this little college of pharmacy? Well, I have discovered the answers within his file. It turns out that Dr. Zlatic worked at Cardinal Glennon College as an English professor for 12 years, and that college was coming to a close. And so he reached out to the division director, Dr. Gropeter, and said, might you have a position open for me in teaching literature or English? And I've had some leadership positions. I'd be happy to take a leadership position too. And so evidently, he was called into the college and he had an interview. At that interview, the following results were summarized. If I could have that, Angela. His name is Tom Zlatic. His school that he graduated from is SLU. He's a male, he's white, his appearance is neat, and he's very nice looking. I think all of that still folks today. And his personality, casual. And on that recommendation.
Well, it also said related to Bonnie's leg.
No, that wasn't on there. Oh, it says looks like, oh, that might be.
Easy.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So we're just so fortunate that you are a white, good-looking male with a casual personality.
Could that even pass today?
But finally, I want to say, and this is last but certainly not least, but Tom is the loving husband of Mary Lou, his partner, for these last, 40?
50.
50. And she has been by his side. She's actually come and helped us out at the college, teaching some courses in Spanish for our students. He is the proud, extremely proud dad of Becky. Where's Becky? And Daniel. And Joe. But he is the even prouder grandpa of, if you're here, come and let us see you. Luke.
All grandkids.
Luke. I'm not calling you here.
Go up there.
On the way.
TJ.
On the way.
Lucy. Paul. There's Lucy. Paul. There's Paul. Bay. Lily. Anna. George. Sophie. And Sam. Now, have you done the Pajama Shakespeare with Grandpa? I heard about Pajama Shakespeare one day. No? That's
Romeo and Juliet.
I saw some of your pictures on Grandpa's wall. He loves putting pictures of you all on his wall.
What happened in 60?
You did really well, Tom. You did well in your career, and you did beautifully in your personal life. And we're pleased that you've spent your time with us, and we thank you. Anybody else would like to say something? Of course.
Tom's my big brother. He helped raise me. He helped farm all his younger siblings with my sister Karen. I thank him for that. He was our second dad, and he was great at home. These kids love him so much. I love him so
Pound for pound, best customer I've ever had. We're going to make up the budget for when you leave. Miss having you married.
Now, Peter put together a little slideshow for us, and we just figured out how to get it going. So I don't know if he wants to say anything, or if we just want to watch and look at some of the pictures as they go around.
Okay, we're like a third of the way through it already, so that'll be good. I will say that Tom's been a great friend for a long time, and we would have coffee together but this is the P&T session. This happens to be in a different, no, it isn't.
That's Seamus.
Yeah, and let's see, a lot of different things that students have done with Tom. The Catholic Student Organization is one. I think we mentioned the Writing Center. There was a better picture, but this one was kind of got more personality in the picture. And then Kim spent a lot of time talking about the academic accomplishments of Tom. This is funny for Tom because we went to Saudi Arabia and our luggage didn't, and so he got a free suit out of it.
Nice.
And this is a clinical pharmacist on the right with her white coat on, and that was the team that did the talk in Saudi Arabia. If you read this closely, it underlines what Kim said about some of the grants that Tom had. And then his academic interests are all over the place. So the three that were up there is On, and Melville, and pharmacy education. And we already moved on to the next one. International pharmacy, is President Pieper here?
No, he's out of town.
Great, because I got a picture of him in this picture.
Okay.
And these are a couple of the books that I pulled off my shelf that Kim mentioned, Revision E Pharmacy. That's classic Tom. A bunch of people sitting around the table saying, thank you, Tom. Professor Emeritus. And the next one is going to say, best wishes, well done, thank you, awesome, spot on. You can ask me about that one later, and all the best. So, congratulations. Continue to watch this, you'll see Tom over the years in terms of his appearance, which really seems to be about the same.
Well, I think we have one little last presentation here from Dr. Schaefer-Meyer. Unless you want to say something, Sheldon.
Something very small, but in recognition of much of the international work Tom has done. He is an international scholar, but he's also encouraged our students to do international service and learning. And I've had the pleasure of traveling with him several times to Costa Rica, Guatemala. The best part of that is he brought Mary Lou. But still, Tom's a lot of fun on those trips. The students learn a lot. And I know he's done a lot of things around the world. And I want to say, Tom, you've been a great colleague and friend and a true scholar. And I like especially you, the humanitarian part of you. You've really influenced a lot of people. But to remember some of the things you've done, I have a little gift. This is from the Office of International Programs. And it's a magnetic world globe. And it comes with 40 pins to put on here where you've been, but you've been more than 40 places. So we had to search online and find some extra pins for you. So now you have room left to find some new places to go to while you're retired. So, but anyway, Tom, thank you so much for everything you've done, and you've been a great colleague.
You may have an opportunity to speak if you would like. If you do not like, you do not
think I'm
have
gonna
to,
give up an
because this is your
opportunity?
time.
I will speak
Okay.
to thank the President, John Kiefer, Dean Kilgore, and the other people who helped put this together. My mind isn't racing through the names right now. But it's been very nice, very nice.
Can you speak louder?
So it's 32 years at the college, but in reality, I have 50 years of teaching this year, and coincidentally, 50 years of marriage to one person. One president of the college said he was married for 25 years, but to 3 different people. So I thought it would qualify that. So at 50 years, I started thinking about what really have accomplished here at the college. And I thought, I got 300 programs I did on teaching how people how to teach, and never got a teaching award. I got dozens and dozens of articles on education and pharmacy, and I don't know the first thing about either education or pharmacy, none of the background in them. I did hear Tim say to somebody that he thought that Mary Lou and my production in the play this spring was one of the highlights of the college, but I'm not sure I believe that.